Hey everyone, today we're turning up the fear. So far 2025 has been one wild ride. Trail cameras across the country have captured some seriously strange stuff. From creepy, unidentified creatures like Bigfoot and supposed skinwalkers, to shadowy figures, possible killers, and bizarre events no one can explain. So today, I've decided to highlight some of the most chilling and downright horrifying creatures caught on trail cameras this year. And stick around because at the end of this video there's a special nature clip that's not just strange, it's terrifying. Trust me, you won't want to miss it, because we're about to relive the scariest trail cam moments of 2025. We're kicking things off with a seriously creepy trail cam clip. It starts with a deer just standing there, until suddenly it freaks out and bolts. But here's the weird part, there's nothing there, or at least that's what we thought. The deer suddenly freaks out, even kicks backward like it's trying to hit something behind it. And right at that moment, on the left side of the screen, a strange light-colored shadow brushes past. Did this deer just get spooked by a ghost? A lot of people think so. I mean, what are the chances that this bizarre shadow shows up at the exact same time? Could it really just be a coincidence? It's often said that animals can see things we can't, especially pets like dogs and more famously cats. They're believed to sense spirits, feel unseen presences, and even catch glimpses of other dimensions. And while many viewers are convinced this footage shows something supernatural, skeptics aren't buying it. They claim it's just a spider web or some bit of debris floating in front of the lens, casting a weird shadow that only looks creepy. And yeah, maybe it was just a trick of the camera. But then how do you explain the deer's reaction, kicking and panicking when nothing's visibly there? I don't know. There's definitely a lot of mystery surrounding this one. So what do you think? Ghostly spirit? Or something explainable? Let me know in the comments. And while you're at it, do you believe in ghosts? Ever had an encounter yourself? This new horrifying trail camera clip has been going viral. It comes from Georgia, and it was just posted on April 19, 2025. The uploader Dead Cinema on TikTok states, quote, "Unbelievable, Bigfoot sighting caught on trail cam in Georgia. Witness the moment. This elusive creature stares and examines our camera, raising more questions than answers," end quote. No one knows exactly where in Georgia this was filmed, only that it was deep in some dense, isolated forest. But what the trail camera captured? It's the stuff of nightmares. A Sasquatch-like creature appears in the frame and it looks absolutely terrifying. Jagged, dull teeth, and ape-like face. Its whole appearance is rough, wild, and completely disheveled, like something that's been barely surviving out in the wilderness. It looks rugged, beat up. And what makes it even more unnerving is how clear and close up the footage is. That level of detail is what makes people stop and stare. Of course, many skeptics immediately pointed out that this could just be high-quality CGI or AI-generated imagery. And honestly, that's a possibility. But here's the thing. Georgia is no stranger to Bigfoot sightings, especially in the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Appalachian region. One of the most famous incidents happened back in 1988 in the North Georgia mountains. Multiple witnesses claimed they saw a huge, hairy creature roaming the woods. Even more chilling, they found massive footprints in the area over 15 inches long. That discovery only fueled the local legends. Now back to this recent clip. One of the top comments summed it up perfectly. "This actually looks more convincing than those other Bigfoot videos, the ones where he looks like he just got a haircut and a facial at some day spa." And honestly, that's a solid point. Too many alleged Bigfoot sightings show creatures that look too neat, too smooth, like they've been styled for the camera. But this one? This one looks dirty, worn, real. So the question still stands. Is this shocking trail cam footage the real deal? Or just another clever hoax, crafted by artificial intelligence? Up next is a seriously compelling UFO sighting, and it happened on Halloween night 2024. A man was outside late at night, casually looking up at the sky, when something strange caught his eye. A V-shaped craft, silent and dark, was gliding through the night, getting closer and closer. Acting fast, he pulled out his phone and managed to catch it on camera, just in time. In the footage, there's no visible outline of a craft, just a series of blinking lights arranged in a perfect V-shape, moving together in unison. The lights flash brightly, almost star-like, and the entire formation flies by incredibly fast, way faster than any commercial plane you'd ever see. There's no engine noise, no obvious structure, just lights cutting silently through the night sky. This immediately raises questions. Is it an unidentified aircraft, some kind of top-secret government tech, or something else entirely? One thing's for sure, no normal airplane looks like this, and if it were a plane, we'd see its outline. Plus, every registered aircraft in the U.S. is required to have FAA lights. A red light on the left wing, a green one on the right, and a white light on the tail. These help pilots track position and direction in the sky. But this craft, it had none of those. Just those bright, mysterious V-shaped lights. The man who filmed it was convinced this wasn't man-made. He called it a UFO, and after watching the footage, it's easy to see why. This happened somewhere in the U.S., a country with a long, strange history of UFO sightings and supposed alien encounters. Some of those cases have become legendary. Take Roswell, New Mexico. Back in 1947, something crashed in the desert. At first, the U.S. military claimed it was a recovered flying disc. But that story quickly changed, and suddenly it was just a weather balloon. And just like that, a wave of conspiracy theories was born, including rumors of alien bodies and a government cover-up that still fuels debate today. Then there's the Kenneth Arnold sighting, just weeks before Roswell. Arnold, a private pilot flying near Mount Rainier in Washington, claimed he saw 9 shiny crescent-shaped objects speeding across the sky. His report sparked media frenzy and gave birth to the term flying saucer. So could this V-shaped light formation be yet another chapter in America's long history of unexplained sightings? Another mystery in the sky, one we still don't have answers for. Now let's take a look at a mysterious image, one that some claim shows the infamous Dogman. The story goes like this. A man was out for a walk in the woods, a place he knew well. It was a familiar trail, one he'd walked many times before without ever experiencing anything unusual. Sure, he'd occasionally spot a deer or two, and honestly, he looked forward to that. But on this particular day, something felt off. As he walked along, he suddenly heard a faint rustling in the brush nearby. It wasn't loud, just a soft movement like something pushing through leaves. He turned his head, fully expecting to see a deer. But what he saw instead was this. The photo shows an upright, dog-like creature, standing completely still, staring straight at the man. He acted fast. Heart pounding, he pulled out his phone and snapped a picture, then turned and ran for his life. Luckily, whatever that thing was, it didn't follow him. Looking closer at the image, the creature is dark in color, its body covered in thick fur. It has pointed ears perched on top of its head and cold, dark eyes that seem to lock onto the camera. Its face looks unmistakably canine, but its upright, human-like posture suggests something far more unsettling. Many believe this could be a photo of the infamous Dogman, a cryptid that's been reported across North America for decades. Witnesses describe the Dogman as a towering bipedal beast standing around 6 to 7 feet tall. It has the muscular body of a man, the head of a massive dog or wolf, and often sports glowing eyes, either yellow or blue depending on the encounter. Its claws are long and sharp, and its presence is usually accompanied by an eerie howl or guttural growl that sends chills down your spine. After seeing this terrifying creature crouched in the brush watching him, the man knew one thing for sure. This wasn't something he wanted to get a closer look at, so all we're left with is the photo. Just one frame. But it might be one of the most chilling dogman images we've ever seen. On March 14th, 2025, a strange video surfaced online. And let's just say it's been raising eyebrows ever since. Rather than spoil it with too much setup, I'll let the footage speak for itself.
Dapat kawan baru na. Woi, lagi santai kawan. Ay. Ela dunia kawan santai. Pakai. Kawan. Kawan. Woi.
A group of friends were exploring a supposedly haunted forest at night. When they stumbled across this, perched up in a tree was a creature, something that looked like a goblin straight out of a nightmare. Its body was covered in dark matted hair, but its face only was bare. Red skin exposed. Its features twisted, its eyes locked on them, and in its long clawed hands it appeared to be holding something. Maybe a small animal, maybe a baby, maybe just food, and it's hard to tell. But one thing's for sure, the moment feels completely wrong. Why it was just sitting there like that, so still, so lifelike, and no one knows. But it looks real. Too real, and deeply unsettling. Some cryptozoologists and paranormal investigators have weighed in, calling it something far more ancient and terrifying. A jinn. According to Islamic tradition, jinn are invisible beings made from smokeless fire. They're not angels, not demons. They have free will just like us. They can choose to be good, evil, or something in between. It's said they live in a parallel world, side by side with ours, complete with their own societies, rulers, and beliefs. But sometimes, for reasons we don't fully understand, they cross over. Jinn are also believed to shapeshift, turn invisible, possess humans, influence thoughts, and appear in dreams. And the evil ones, known as shayatin, are especially dangerous. Looking at this creature, it's hard not to feel like it falls into that category. Whatever it is, it gives off a dark, malevolent energy. Something that doesn't want to be seen, but allowed itself to be seen anyway. And honestly, the fact that these explorers made it out unharmed is a miracle in itself. This next eerie video comes from a father living on a remote, heavily wooded property. His backyard, and pretty much his entire home, is surrounded by dense forest that stretches for miles, and with that kind of isolation comes a fair share of strange experiences. He and his family have grown used to hearing odd sounds echoing from the tree line, but on this particular night things felt different. It started off quietly. He and his daughter were sitting outside on their back patio just enjoying the evening, when suddenly, a strange whistling sound broke the silence, drifting in from deep within the woods.
Where are you coming from? Go back inside, all right? Go back inside.
Okay.
Listen.
He immediately tells his daughter to go back inside and grabs a flashlight to investigate on his own. That's when things get even stranger. He says he could hear something moving through the trees, but no matter where he looked, he couldn't see a thing. Then suddenly, a low, eerie crying sound starts echoing from the woods. It's faint at first, but it sounds close. Too close. He swings the flashlight around, scanning the darkness, trying to find the source. But the cries just keep going, soft and strange, like something calling out in pain, or trying to draw him in. Then the video abruptly cuts off. He later explains, "My phone died, but I couldn't find anyone in the woods, and just like that, the crying stopped." He was left completely unsettled, unsure if it was a real person in danger, or something else entirely. Was someone out there lost and hurt? Or was it something paranormal? A ghost crying in the dark, trying to lure him in? There's something about the sound that feels unnatural, almost like it wasn't meant to be comforting or human. But deceptive, like something pretending to be in distress, trying to pull him deeper and deeper into the forest. And it's not just a theory. In Appalachian folklore, especially in areas surrounding the Appalachian Mountains, people have long warned of spirits, ghosts, and even skinwalkers who can mimic human voices. They'll cry out, whisper your name, sound like a child or someone in trouble, just to get you to come closer. And considering this family reportedly lives near the Appalachian region, it makes it all the more chilling. The Appalachians are vast, rugged, and largely unexplored. and many believe they're one of the most haunted areas in America.
So what was this?
A real person crying out for help, or something far more sinister, a malevolent spirit trying to take advantage of someone's compassion. What do you think? This next video dates back to 2020, but somehow it's flown completely under the radar. Almost no one's seen it, until now. A couple was outside one night when they noticed something strange in the sky. At first they weren't sure what they were looking at, but then it became clear. Two glowing red eyes staring down at them, blinking, watching. Take a look for yourself.
No, it's the Mothman.
The boss is gonna hit us.
It blinked. It's back. It's Mothman. Please don't hurt me. Why won't you love me?
All we can see are two red lights that disappear and reappear at random intervals. The onlookers have started calling this the Mothman, since one of its most infamous traits is its glowing red eyes, visible even in the dead of night. Toward the end of the video, the couple tries to laugh it off, joking around nervously, but you can tell they're unsettled. They have no clue what they're actually looking at. Some people online have speculated it could be a drone, but drones usually have red and green navigation lights, not just two glowing red lights that look like eyes in the sky. It just doesn't add up. This doesn't seem like a drone or any kind of normal flying device. And if it is the Mothman, that makes things even more chilling. Mothman is one of the most legendary and disturbing entities in American folklore. It's got it all: glowing red eyes, ominous sightings before disasters, and even alleged connections to the Men in Black. It's typically described as a massive winged humanoid creature with piercing red eyes, a wingspan of 10 to 15 feet, dark or grayish skin or fur, and standing somewhere between 6 to 7 feet tall. Just the idea of it watching from above is enough to make your skin crawl.
The Mothman.
The boss is gonna hit us.
It blinked. Please don't hurt me.
Some witnesses even claim the Mothman flies without flapping its wings, sometimes hovering upright like a helicopter, and emits a strange, unsettling screech or low hum. So the question is, was this couple being watched by the Mothman that night? Or is there a more grounded explanation for what they saw? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. This practically brand new footage captured on July 2nd, 2024, appears to show something truly bizarre, what many are calling a shapeshifter. It was filmed in Heroica, Veracruz, Mexico, by a security camera mounted behind a building to keep out intruders. But what it caught that night was definitely no ordinary trespasser. Take a look. At first, it looks like a person, limping slowly toward the camera, but something about the way they move feels off. Then, as they approach the gate, the top half of their body suddenly vanishes into thin air, like something straight out of a horror movie. But this wasn't fiction. This happened in real life. Skeptics were quick to suggest it was just a camera glitch or rendering error. However, experts reviewed the footage using multiple light and infrared filters, and every single one showed the exact same thing. Online viewers are convinced. They believe this is real footage of a shapeshifter. But what do you think? Could this really be nothing more than a strange camera glitch? Or is it all just a little too real? Let me know in the comments down below. So on this channel, I usually cover unknown creatures, the mysterious, the unexplained, the cryptids. But today, let's talk about one of the known creatures. And trust me, you're not ready for this one. Everyone knows what a bear is, but not many know this bear. They call him the boss. These photos released by Parks Canada show a grizzly unlike any other. The boss has survived being hit by a train, twice. Yeah, you heard that right. 2 train collisions near Banff National Park, and both times, He just got up and walked away like nothing happened. I mean, surviving one is unbelievable, but two? That alone earns him his name. But that's not all. On April 10th, 2025, the boss officially emerged from hibernation. Still standing, still dominant. And get this, he's fathered over 70% of the cubs in his territory. Using his sheer size and power, he outcompetes every rival male in the area. His genes have left a massive imprint on Banff's entire grizzly population. He's over 20 years old, and despite the rise of younger bears, none have been able to take his crown. It's just such a wild story. Grizzlies are terrifying as it is, but imagine running into this guy in the wild. I mean, I'd love to see him, but from a very, very safe distance. And honestly, from here on out, let's just hope the trains stay out of his way, because clearly it's not for his safety, it's for theirs.